Assalamu alaikum, guys. So this is the comprehension that you have to solve for your test, and I really hope that all of you are going to do it, and I really hope that all of you are going to watch the video because this might really help you out. Okay, so the title is The Crow and the Pitcher, and this is a famous old tale. So as we have been studying tales, right, T-A-L-E, tale, we've been studying tales in this chapter that we're doing these days. So that is why I chose this story for you guys. This is also an old traditional tale, and it's been taken from a book called Aesop's Fables. Fable also stands for usually old stories that were written years and years ago, fictional stories, short fictional stories, which usually also give you a lesson at the end. So there is a book called Aesop's Fables, and that is where this story of the crow and the pitcher has been taken. And this is a very famous old story. Maybe you guys have even heard it before. I'm just going to read it once, okay? In a spell of dry weather, when the birds could find very little to drink, a thirsty crow found a pitcher with a little water in it. So if you want to see what pitcher means, you can simply click on this. I really hope that you guys use this function to check meanings. A pitcher is a container that is used to hold and pour things like milk, juice, or water. And look, they've even given you a picture over here so that you know exactly what it looks like and you can imagine it. But the pitcher was high and had a narrow neck, and no matter how he tried, the crow could not reach the water. The poor thing felt as if he must die of thirst. So first of all, we know right now that the crow is in a very difficult situation. He is desperate for water, and we know this because it says that the poor thing must die of, he felt like he would die of thirst. Then an idea came to him. Picking up some small pebbles, he dropped them into the pitcher one by one. With each pebble, the water rose a little higher until at last it was near enough so he could drink. So that was a really short, interesting story. I found it interesting because there is a lesson in it, and they have even written the lesson here for you at the end. Even though the lesson is a bit obvious, if you guys think a bit, the lesson that we learn from this story is that if we really use our mind, then we can solve problems, right? So they have written this over here. In a pinch, a good use of our wits may help us out. So what does this mean? They've written it in an interesting way. They have used a new phrase over here. And the phrase is in a pinch. In a pinch is a phrase which is used when someone is in a difficult situation and they need help with it. So for example, I might say, if you are in a pinch, I can help you out with your test. Okay, so in a pinch means to be in a difficult situation. In a pinch here is referring to the difficult situation of the crow, which was that he was dying of thirst, he needed water, and the water in the pitcher, the neck of the pitcher, you can see here, the pitcher had a narrow neck, which is why he could not put his beak inside and he could not get the water. So what does this say? In a pinch, a good use of our wits may help us out. Wits refers to common sense, something that you will not find in a book, information that you will not find in a book, not something that you learn from a book, but something that you just think of yourself if you use your mind. So the crow used his mind. He realized that if I start throwing pebbles in the water level will come up and I will be able to reach it. So this is what this line means. I'll read it once again. In a pinch, a good use of our wits may help us out. So in a pinch means in a very difficult situation, a good use of our brain, of our mind, a good use of our common sense may help us out. This is what this means. Now when it comes to the questions are basically simple enough for you guys to attempt, especially those of you who have been attempting ReadWorks from the start of the year. You guys will not find this very difficult. I'm just going to go through 2 questions because the rest I feel you guys can read them and inshallah attempt them. What is the theme of this story? Theme basically also means main idea. In all your ReadWorks comprehensions, you usually do have this question. What is the main idea? So theme and main idea are very similar. What is the theme of this story? Remember, a theme and a main idea of a story is never one small detail from a story. It is never a character description or a particular setting, but it is what you generally learn from the story. What is the story about in general? Okay, so you guys can attempt this question. And the next question that I just want to say once is question number 10. Like, I just want to say it out for you guys. Describe the crow based on his actions in the story. This question is asking you for a character description of the crow. Remember, it's not asking you what the crow did, how the crow solved the problem. It is asking you for a character description. We have been doing character descriptions for a while now. I also discuss it in class, and I encourage you guys to talk about the character in a story. What did the crow do in the story? He had a problem, he solved that problem. How did he solve that problem? Based on all of that, what do you think about that crow? What do you think about the crow's character? So please write something about the crow, and it should be based on his actions. Okay, so don't write something that is irrelevant. Alright guys, that's enough. This is a 6-minute video. I know this is really long for you guys, but good luck with your test.